Hello. It's been a while. It's me, Michelle. I hope that you all have been doing so well. I wanted to sit down and film a vlog because it's been a while and I have so many book updates, reading updates, and I'm leaving for spring break tomorrow. I'm just going home, but I'm so excited to have some time off and to be able to read more. But first, I wanted to show you this cute little plant I got for Wellness Week. It's a spider plant and I love him. I usually only go for succulents because those I have the best luck with not killing, but leave a comment below if you can think of a name for him. I just think he's so cute. Also for Wellness Week, one of my professors gifted everyone in the class a copy of a book by one of her favorite poets. It's American Primitive by Mary Oliver, and I just thought it was so sweet. I teared up a little bit, and she wrote in all the copies, "Do good and keep well." So I just thought that that was really sweet. I already started this one and I'm loving the poems so far, so definitely going to be a great one to add to my collection. Then this year I decided to join in the Dickens versus Tolstoy debate book club with Emmy and CarolynMarieRead. So I picked up a whole slew of Dickens and Tolstoy books in preparation for that from a used bookstore in Illinois near where my fiance lives. So I got a Penguin classic of Tolstoy's Childhood, Boyhood, Youth. They actually read this last year, but I didn't get a chance to read this, so I'm excited to get to this one at some point in the future and be able to say I've read all of Dickens and Tolstoy. Next up, I got a short story collection of Tolstoy's. This one has The Death of Ivan Ilych and Other Stories. Sorry if I just pronounced that terribly, but it has Family Happiness, the Kreutzer Sonata, Master and Man, maybe a couple more, so I just thought that would be nice to have a physical copy. And then I picked up this copy of the Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens because I thought it was beautiful. They actually also read this one last year, but again, I think I'm going to pick this one up on my own. And then this next one, they are not going to be reading for 2 years, I think. This book club's going till 2023, so I'm in for the long haul. But this is The Mystery of Edwin, Drood, and this is an old library copy, and it has some pictures in it, which I think I'm discovering a lot of Dickens works have pictures in it. I particularly liked this one, and there's one that's similar in the book I'm currently reading. So that's The Mystery of Edwin Drood by Charles Dickens. And then I got one that is not for the Dickens Tolstoy book club. It is A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. So here's the cover, and I had to get this. It was only $12, but this is an illustrated edition of A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. I just thought that this was gorgeous. I texted my friend about it and she was like, if you don't buy this, it would be a crime. And there's a full page spread here. And this is my favorite drawing in this book. And there are also like pen drawings, pencil drawings that aren't in color as well. Yeah, the only thing I've read by Joyce is Dubliners so far, and I thought it was okay. I really liked Evangelina, that one. But otherwise I just thought that they were okay. I didn't connect to them. I don't think I'm going to have time to get to this one this semester just because I've been so busy, but I'm very excited to have this, very excited to read it soon. And then one of the authors that we read for Life's Library, Jacqueline Woodson, actually the very first book we read, If You Come Softly, actually came to the town that my university is in and had a book signing event. Here I have my Life's Library copy of If You Come Softly. she signed it. I also stuck the sticker I got for Life's Library there, and she thought that that was so cool. I am really sad because I couldn't remember who the artist was, so if you're in Life's Library and you remember who this artist was, please comment that down below. For the event, I listened to Read at the Bone on audiobook, and I absolutely love this one, so I ended up buying it, and I had her sign this one as well. And I also listened to Another Brooklyn on audiobook, which I really liked as well, but they were not selling that one, and I didn't like it as much as Read at the Bone. And then after her talk, I ended up buying Brown Girl Dreaming because she read from it and I really wanted to read it. I was hoping to get to this, but I haven't yet, which is all right. And there's it signed. And I tried to listen to this one on audiobook, and with the verse writing, it really wasn't working for me. So I decided to pick up a physical copy, and maybe I'll get to that soon, but it might be a little while. And those are those books. Then reading updates. I've been reading Barnaby Rudge for the Dickens versus Tolstoy debate book club by Charles Dickens, and I'm really liking this one. This is actually my first Dickens that isn't A Christmas Carol, which I read on my own and actually for a class, which was cool. I'm almost to page 400, so I'm a little over halfway through now. I've just been reading 10 pages a day. The chapters haven't been exactly 10 pages, so I think I've been reading a little bit more than that, and the weather was super nice this past weekend, so I actually got outside to read some. But this is so great. There's so many characters, there's so much going on. I'm loving how it's all tying together. I love Dickens' descriptions. He's so descriptive. I love his descriptions about the weather, his comments on the political movements at the time. I think that this one is not super popular, and I'm kind of surprised because I am really liking this. It definitely has ghost story vibes. There's influence from Poe, there's Talking Raven, and yeah, just really good. This is a library book, so I've been taking all my notes in this notebook over here. But a couple of quotes that I really just loved. There's one, and it's by an apprentice to this locksmith, Sim Tappertit, and it's a really creepy scene. Like, he's on a throne of bones, but he says this quote, which I thought was just great. "I will be famous yet. A voice within me keeps on whispering greatness. I shall bust out one of these days, and when I do, what power can keep me down? I feel my soul getting into my head at the idea." I thought that was so great. And I also loved the scene with Edward Chester and his dad. I thought it was his uncle, and he was like adopted, more of a surrogate kid, but I think I might be wrong, so comment below if you know more about their relationship, because I was a little bit confused. But Edward's talking to his dad, and they're talking about education and wealth, and he says, "I have been, as the phrase is, liberally educated and am fit for nothing. I find myself at last wholly dependent upon you, with no recourse but in your favor." And I just love that line too. So I am super excited, really looking forward to the debate, and I'm hoping to maybe finish this over spring break. If not, that's okay. Hopefully I'll get a long way through. And then I've also been reading Anne of the Island, and I finished Anne of Avonlea before the break, and honestly I really didn't like that one. It felt more like little vignettes. Anne's kind of in a gap year, and I remember not liking it the first time I read it really either. Like, I love the first one, but I'm happily surprised. I'm also loving this one as well. The next one is my favorite in the whole series, so excited to get to that one. And as I mentioned, I started American Primitive by Mary Oliver. I'm loving this as well. It's poetry all about nature and humans in nature and reconnecting with nature, and it is so good. And those are all my updates for physical books, at least. I've also been listening to a ton of audiobooks, but that would probably be too many to talk about, and this clip's already pretty long. So come along with me. I'm excited for spring break, see what I read, see what I get up to, and I'll catch you in the next clip. She wore herself out. Hello, I'm home. I'm wearing my Virginia Woolf sweater. It has a quote from Night and Day. It says, "What if I told you I'm incapable of tolerating my own heart?" I'm home. I didn't film too much this weekend. It has been snowing a lot, so happy spring break. I got to see my friend, which was great, and my sister. That's the main reason I came home a couple days early, because I don't have class. Saturday, we went to the mall because it was really cold, and I think everyone else went there to walk around. I got some new workout pants that I'm wearing now because that's the only thing I wear. Reading updates. Haven't been reading too much, mostly just been hanging out with friends and family. I read about 30 pages in Barnaby Rudge, and Barnaby has reappeared, which I'm really excited about. And I've read a couple more of the Mary Oliver poems. There were a couple that I wasn't as invested in, but still really liking that and excited for the reading I'm going to do this week. I'm so excited because a package that I have been waiting for just came. A little bit of backstory. I ordered this back in February and I had it shipped to my school address, but it was returned to the Etsy shop owner because it said that I moved. I have not moved. I have all kinds of problems with getting packages and mail at my current location. I'm moving next year, luckily. But anyways, I had her resend it to my home address in Michigan, and she was so nice about the whole thing. I'm so grateful. And as you can see, I already opened it because I'm very excited. But this is from CarolynMarieRead's Etsy shop. She makes author on the page portraits. So she draws charcoal drawings. I know nothing about art, so don't quote me on that. But she draws the authors and then she puts them into Photoshop and she puts their work, whether it's the pages of their books or their drawings, whatever, she puts it on top of, or the authors on top of their own work. And they're gorgeous. It's the nerdiest, best bookish thing that I could ask for. So she always includes a little note with all of them, and it was so sweet. I took it off. It was just taped on right here, but I didn't accidentally want to get tape anywhere. And yeah, it was really sweet. And she wrote again, like, that she hopes that they get there, which was really nice. But she put them in little tissue things and wrapped them up, which is so cute. And yes, I did open this and then put them back in the tissue because that's who I am as a person. So in my first little package, I ordered Beatrix Potter, who wrote the Peter Rabbit series. That's the front and that's the back. But I actually read these when I was older, so I watched the first Peter Rabbit movie with the kids that I was nannying, and then I decided to check out the books from the library for them, and I ended up liking them more than the kids, actually, but I had to get that one, and obviously, you know, I have a pet rabbit, so you can see all the rabbit illustrations that Carolyn took from what Beatrix Potter has drawn and put on the page. Then, as I mentioned, I'm doing their Dickens versus Tolstoy debate book club. So obviously I had to get Tolstoy, and I actually just ordered Dickens because he wasn't on this restock, but she restocked today. So I had to get Dickens. But this is the front. It's Tolstoy on Anna Karenina, which is Carolyn's favorite book ever. And then the back is a charcoal drawing that she did of different Tolstoy faces, and then that's his signature up there. So it's really cool. And then, of course, I had to get L.M. Montgomery because I'm rereading Anne, obviously. I love it. So that's the first page of Anne of Green Gables, and then this is the original title page. And then I was very excited because she did my favorite author, Virginia Woolf. So this is Virginia Woolf on the first page of Mrs. Dalloway, my favorite book. And then on the back, she's on A Room of One's Own, which is a really important essay. I believe it's A Room of One's Own. I would have to look it up, but it like has Austen and George Eliot, and I believe that's like how A Room of One's Own starts. And then finally, I got one for my sister for her favorite book. I got Jane Austen on the title page of Pride and Prejudice. and on the back it's the first page of Pride and Prejudice. So thank you so much to CarolynMarieRead, especially for resending these. I felt so bad, and I'm so excited to have these, so excited to put them on my wall, and definitely check her out if you want some bookish art, because this is, I've been looking for a long time, and this is the coolest bookish art that I've seen. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It is beautiful out, so I took Poppy outside, who's not too happy. She didn't want to come out. She also doesn't like being held, so poor thing, but she's being a good sport for this clip. Poppy did so well. We took her to the vet on Tuesday. She just needed a nail trim, a checkup, no big deal. Right, Poppy? She stayed the same weight, and the vet was able to cut this mat she had out from behind her ear, and it's really cute. She has a little bald spot now. It's kind of funny. Do you want me to put you down? It's okay. There you go. Yeah, she's not too happy right now. But it was really nice out yesterday too. My parents and I went out to dinner, and we went to the park for a little bit. I got a bunch of reading done yesterday, which was nice. I went for a run this morning, and that was good too, and I'm hoping to read. Poppy's shedding, you can see the fur flying, but I'm hoping to read a bunch this afternoon too, and I've been getting my homework done in the mornings, which is great. I don't know if I'll finish Barnaby by the end of this break, but that would be awesome. I feel like I'm wearing a bumpet. I got more book mail yesterday. This is the Penguin Clothbound Classics edition of Don Quixote by Miguel Cervantes. I've been wanting to read this for a very long time. I studied Spanish all through high school and majored in it in college. So I've been studying it for over a decade and still haven't read it. I figured I should probably read it in English because it is an older text. It would be really hard to read in Spanish. Obviously, it's very long. I've actually only read two. One was more of a novella though, but 2 full-length novels in Spanish. I'd really like to listen to more Spanish audiobooks, but at least on Hoopla and Libby, I can't find any. So if you have any tips for that, leave it in the comments below, just listening to books in other languages where you find that. But yes, it came. This was another one of my mail catastrophes. My mom got me this for Valentine's Day, and she sent it to my fiance's house in Illinois, and it just happened to come the same day as other packages, and they shoved it in his mailbox with the other packages, and they busted out the back of his mailbox, and it had snowed, so it got soaking wet, completely damaged. But here it is, the undamaged copy. Kind of matches my outfit, but I am now obsessed with the Penguin Clothbound. I got War and Peace and Bleak House when Barnes & Noble was having a half-off hardcover sale. I was like, oh, like perfect. They were ridiculously cheap compared to normal price, but now I just want all of them. I asked for the Dickens set for my birthday, which isn't until June. Yesterday I read about 60 pages of Barnaby Rudge. The riots are really heating up. I don't want to spoil anything, but still really enjoying it. I have 200 pages left, so we're getting there. We're getting through. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna finish before break ends, but I'd love to read at least 100 more pages, and then I can finish by the end of March, be ready for the live show with Carolyn and Emmy, because I like to watch that. And I'm back where I started. I wanted to hop on and give my last few reading updates before I close out the vlog. I had a great last couple days of break. I drove back yesterday. So I've been making my way through the Mary Oliver poems. I'm almost halfway. I'm just reading them every here and there as I have time in just a couple a day, and that's been really nice. So excited to continue that one. The update I'm most excited about, I reached my page goal for Barnaby Rudge and I only have 100 pages left, so I'm really almost there. Still loving it. The riot parts were very long and I was maybe less interested, so interesting to see where it goes. Definitely, but I'm on track to finish this by the second to last day of March, so excited about that. I did not get a chance to read any of Anne of the Island. When I got back, it was snowing and I just wasn't in the spring mood, and then towards the end of the week I decided to prioritize reading Barnaby and save this one for when I'm back. The weather's a lot nicer here and such a nice one to read right before bed. It's nice and easy, so I wanted to save that. And then I did decide to pick up another book. So as I'm finishing up Barnaby Rudge, I've really been wanting to read Bleak House by Charles Dickens. So I'm going to pick up this monster and not planning on finishing it anytime soon, planning on taking it really slow. I think I might vlog my progress through this one because I think this might be one of my new favorites. Those are my reading updates. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to, please subscribe. I'm not sure when my next video will go out, but I had a lot of fun making this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.